Assalamu alaikum. Today is the 30th of November. So we're going to start off with my first exercise, which was incline press, which is on a machine, the Matrix machine. I love this machine. I adore this machine. The stretch, the weight that I can progressively overload in this, it is safer as well. It's so good. I haven't felt a pump like this in a long time. On chest, so what I wanted to do was basically do higher reps because that's my goal now, hypertrophy. I honestly expected to do more reps than I did. I felt tired. This was not a good day again. Shoulders wasn't good. This wasn't as bad, but I was so tired. I was yawning throughout my exercises in between each set. And this was 45 kilos, by the way. Going on to my second set, I only did 2. I was just not feeling it. Even though this is 40 kilograms, 5 kg less each arm. I was just so tired. I honestly should have got another 10-12 reps. But that's how it goes. 5 kilo drop each side, so 10 kilogram drop is enough for me. But I haven't eaten yet in this, and it was already closing in on Maghrib. And I woke up at 7. So I just haven't eaten. I don't even know why I didn't eat anything all day. I had a cup of tea, had coffee, and that's it. So what you want to focus on is the stretch on the eccentric. So eccentric going down slowly, the stretch is the stretch at the bottom, because as studies show now, it's not the contracted part. The most growth stimulating part of the exercise is the stretch at the bottom. So yeah, I'm just burning out and I'm like, nope, I was not satisfied with it. So I went for another rep. And even though I switched the angles of the handles, I just had to get one in. I couldn't, so look there, hold it there for a second until I can't, just to allow a stretch. It's technically a long range partial. I could have done it a bit more, as in with my other sets. So one push, down, allow the stretch, hold, pause, and go up and do another rep. Obviously, I'm going to improve on this next time. Now I understand that when you're on a cut, I already knew it, but it's hitting more and more each week. The more I'm on a cut, the more fatigue I feel within the exercises. You don't recover as fast. So obviously going heavy is not ideal anymore. I'm going to stick to high reps. So obviously going to have to drop the weight, even though it feels annoying. I'm used to doing 50 kg each arm on this specific exercise. Now I can't. Now, what is usually my third set working weight, I'm doing for my first set, and it's basically destroying me. But as I'm working through it, inshallah, tomorrow morning I'm doing shoulders. I'm expecting for it to work out. I only did 2 sets because I'm telling you, I can't even describe how tired I was that day. I was falling asleep after every exercises. Then I went and did the weighted chin-ups, which starts midway through the exercise. Okay, so that's 3 reps, I think 4. Yeah, so I did 8, so that started midway through the exercise. I remember I did take a pause. I was so dead. Honestly, that chest exercise that I knew was enough because it was so good. The stretch, the pain, it was a good pain. And so what I was doing there was 15 kilograms, yes, which is again what my normal would be, is 25 kilograms for, again, 6 reps, because that's, or no, it's 25 kilograms for 6 reps because that's the range of staying. Then I basically put on 5 kilos and just thought I'd burn out as much as I could. And I'll be honest, I wish I didn't. I wish I went to body weight, looking back on it, and I wish I did an extremely slow eccentric and exploded up. Slow eccentric, exploded up. These were not quality reps. Do not look at this and think, hey, it's great, or he did 15 kilos before. It wasn't. It should have been no weight, very slow, especially since how tired I was. I think I got in like 10 reps there. I'm not really counting because I'm not bothered about this. This was not good. This day's back bicep exercises weren't good. I was so tired, and that's when it screwed me up. At the end of this exercise, I realized Asr. I hadn't prayed Asr Salah, and there was about 30 minutes left until Maghrib, 40 minutes. So now Maghrib's at 4. It's 3:20 at that point. I'm like, oh my God. See, it's not an issue for me to just walk out and pray on the road. I've done that before. Issue is my gym, when you walk out, you can't come back in. You can't. It's so annoying. It's so frustrating. Once you're in one day, you're out. And you're out, you can't come back. And there was no one there to let me back in. Sometimes you tell the staff, I went to my car to get something, I forgot. It's fine, they let you in. But no, there's no one there. So it was really frustrating. And then I was like, I'm tired, I haven't prayed my Asr Salah, that means I just have to go home. I go home, I can pray in time and pray Maghrib. But my mate was with me too, and that would have messed up his set. He understood. I even told him, I'll wait in the car for you when you finish exercise. But sometimes, right, there's a studio upstairs. The problem, and it's silent. But they have classes up there, and usually it's women-only classes, so I couldn't go in. So now I'm doing my dips, right? And I'm thinking, and trust me, I did one set, I was dead. I did only one set, and I tried to do them with better form, because I'm like, look, I messed up going heavier than I should have. Let me just focus on doing as many as I can with decent form. Keep going. And halfway through I realized, you know what, I should be focusing on the eccentric, because I just forgot. And then so I think I'm going to start going slower now. But yeah, I felt like I was going so slow now. I should have gone a bit slower. I should have held the stretch. That was the slowest I did, but it was the last rep, because I knew it was the last one in me. And then as I went upstairs, I was like, there's 20 minutes left. No, at that point there was 25 minutes left until Maghrib. So I'm like, I'm definitely going to pray. There's no way I'm going to miss it. But you know what happened? So this is why you plan your day wisely, right? And oh yeah, then I did a bicep curls. So I'll get back to that story. But first, I've changed from dumbbells to machine. And I will stick to this until the end, because the stretch, can you see the stretch at the end? I'm completely locking out. That is the most growth stimulating part of the exercise, is the stretch. I would argue that you don't even need to go full contraction. Yes, full range of motion is the most important thing, but you could still get solid gains with just doing halfway. So getting the full stretch and then just stopping there and stretching and working on the stretch. The thing is, you can't get that stretch on dumbbells, because on a dumbbell, when you're straight, it's rested. There's no more weight. The weight is hanging down. You're not stretching. On this, the weight is pulling me back. It's continuously under stress, and it's stretching the muscle all the way until I come up here. This is the most relaxing part of the exercise. This, and yes, when it's laid out, but I step forward, quite forward on purpose, so I can get an additional stretch. The mistake I made here is I allowed my forearms to kick in too much. Can you see when I'm up? This one is perfectly fine, but when it gets heavier, when I come up, I do this. I curl it into me. That's a lot of forearm. That's a lot of forearm curling in like that. It shouldn't be. And that's why my hands burnt out at the end. But it was biceps, it was totally fine. This was the best exercise of the day. Here is when Allah's blessing came. So, basically, in the morning, Zuhr time, I went to the masjid to do a careers fair for the students there, which was amazing. Alhamdulillah, we had so many different people with different professions. I was doing aerospace engineering, so many ex-students there. It was a beautiful day. And then what happened was, we prayed Zuhr Salah, and then I came home. I was like, awesome, I'm going to go to the gym now, and I'll be home by 3:30. Or 3 o'clock, right? Because I was going to leave at 2. What happened is my sister messaged me to go to pick her up from her classes. I picked her up, and then it just went past my mind that, normally I'd pray Asr there and leave. I didn't pray Asr. It just lost, because I just went on another errand. Came home, went to the gym. In the gym I realized, and this thing, don't think it's a good thing it's a good thing, alhamdulillah, that I remembered Allah reminded me to pray my salah. But it's a sign of a hypocrite to delay your prayer. Even though I genuinely forgot, it's still not something to be proud of and something I shouldn't talk about in the right way. So what happened was, I was just going to leave after that last exercise, right? Then the studio was upstairs. I told him to walk in. And I was shocked that no one was in here. It was just me. So alhamdulillah, it was just me. I got to pray my salah on time without missing it. And there was no music in there. It was silence. It was just me and the rubbery ground, Prema Asr Salah, in peace, and no one was walking in. And then I came out and I went for my final set of curls, and I had some insane energy come in there. And I had like half a bottle of water as well. Even though I was eating, I had nothing in my system, I felt great. I felt amazing. This was probably my best set of the day. And I was going to go home because I was tired anyway, but then I just stayed. I pretty much said I can stay here as long as I want now. Obviously don't miss Maghrib, but I can stay here for as long as I want. And now, as you can see, I'm curling the wrist in. Big mistake. The best thing to do is allow it to be either straight or curled out, because then you can use more of the peak of your bicep. You can get the peak from your bicep, best contraction. This utilizes forearms. It already feels weird in my bicep when I do this. It's uncomfortable when you're using heavy weight like that. My forearms, obviously I'm gonna make sure I get that last rep, but forearms were on fire. I allowed a slow eccentric, yep. Video cut, but I was on the ground. Yeah, it was burning, it was on fire. And then when I was done, I was like, hey, I'm here. Why not get that set done, you know? I love this exercise. I love this. I've increased in strength on this. Specifically here, I hold it at 45-degree angle. Yes, it works the lats, but I get some rear delts in as well because I'm not holding it too tight to my body. And this is the important part. Your back should curve, the top part, not your lower back. No. You don't want to injure yourself. Your upper back should curl over to get the stretch. Remember, the stretch is the most growth stimulating part of the exercise. Allow the stretch to happen, and then rip the cable in half. Literally rip it and pull it straight into your back. Puff the chest out at the end, and then again roll out, and then pull it straight back into you. That's what you should focus on. And that was 52 kilos. I regret it. That would be fine for me normal when I was eating well. So what I did was, because I didn't get as many reps as I wanted to, I drop set it to 42 or whatever was under 52 kilos on the machine. Don't know what it was actually. I think it was 49. I don't know. Can't remember. 45 kilograms, I think. And yep, this is not that great a set because my back was leaning. I was leaning back too much. That means that not cheated, but my weight was helping me more. And then I did another set. I would have done 3, but because I drop setted it, so now you can see the muscle. I did the last one, 39 kilos. Can you see there? It's there you go. You get this roll over, not the lower back, the upper back. The muscles stretch and they pull right back into you. Now that was a much better set. However, I should have held the contraction a bit longer and then slowed down the eccentric. The thing is, when I'm doing it, it feels slow. It felt so slow. Watching the video now, my eccentric should have been at least 2 more seconds. Yeah, that wasn't good enough. So something to learn from. I'm really glad I had a cameraman today. Thank you, Safe, my mate. The hands were burning out already because they were already a bit weak. My forearms, we're going to work on those inshallah, we really are. Yes, it feels slow. I can see it and the thing is I keep looking to the right because there was a giant mirror there, but there's a guy there who was doing the same exercise as me. Oh, you can see the forearm burn there. Same exercise as me on the right. And so he was blocking me, so I couldn't really see. Because of that, I was actually leaning further back than I should have because I was trying to see myself. So that messed me up as well. And in the end, I'm done. I'm done now. And I'm still quite annoyed of how tired I was and the fact that I had to pray. I started here. I don't like praying it here. But I thought, you know what? Let me go light. It was too light. It should have been a bit heavier. And do some rows with this machine, which I love. Single arm rows. Allah, my back needs to be make dua that, Ya Allah, Numan's back increases in size, width, thickness, and definition. Ameen. Definitely need to get that definition back. The size and width is gone. Well, let's just say I actually had any, but I did have a lot of width in the back. My arms got bigger, but it's weird. In this video, it looks like there's, alright, the rear delts are okay, but they're really not. Well, at least the side delts, but they're not. Okay, I'm going to take a short pause. I'm going to get my protein shake, and we are going to discuss my leg day, which was beautiful. I hope you enjoy its beauty too. Inshallah. So the point of this video is basically to show you that it doesn't always go perfect. Some days you want to cut, some days you just don't make it to the gym as often and consistently, so your strength drops. You may not look the best, and honestly, that pump that you see that the best Instagram models will post, and even professional bodybuilders, they still don't look like that 99% of the day. Just that one moment when they're on the pump at the gym. And most of the time, even for me, the workouts just don't go that great, but I still do it. That's the discipline, that's the difference, that's the drive mindset when you want to come in and just get the workout done no matter what. But even then, sometimes everything's perfect, but you just don't feel that good. You might have a stomachache. You might just feel tired and fatigued because you didn't sleep well. Things happen and you don't expect it to be perfect, so that's kind of the point of these videos, to show you that not every day is perfect, but you can still learn from it and improve, and sometimes form goes out the window no matter how much times I practice. So I hope you enjoy and understand that it's okay to make mistakes as long as you're learning from them and you don't stay arrogant.